Hi YouTubers, and thank you for tuning into the Dice of our Toy Review. Today we're going to be taking a look at something completely and utterly weird and also very strange. Because normally I tend to basically have toys that often contain like 5 to 12 components. But this one here is no exception, being that one there, the Flap Origami British Wildlife Collection. What's it called? The Urbanized Solitary Red Fox and Swing Garbage Organic Bin. Well, maybe not an organic bin though. And leftover food waste 13 pack. £10.99 or £11. I've never felt this strange. I've never felt this quite weird actually, I suppose though, because I've never felt like something that was pretty much, you know, a toy that actually had like 13 components, or more than 12 components, which is quite strange. Anyways, let me just go ahead and grab the webcam here. And again, it's another one of those toy reviews that you may think, it's quite rough and ready. Well, yes, it certainly is. Okay, so let me just go ahead and take a look at the back of the packaging much more clearly here, because earlier on it was quite a bit rough and ready, but there you go. There's some poop here. I wonder who puts poop on toys like that. Quite interesting, eh? Very interesting, but also quite a bit sinister. Because obviously, if I'm going to be showing toys with poop, sadly today's YouTube can be quite toxic. But I am going to dare say, because obviously, you know, let's get this whole toy review done, shall we, eh? Okay, we're coming into the back in. And also, a lot of components are actually quite small in this toy review, so even though it's packed in a large packaging, the components are actually quite small here, which is quite interesting, eh? Okay, so it's actually general waste, and I thought it was organic, but instead of, you know, organic waste, we've got general waste. Like, you know, contaminated PCs and whatnot, though, eh? That is broken. And there you go, you can just pretty much attach the bin like that. And here is your swivel lid, which looks like that. Looks pretty cool, eh? And it's pretty nice. And what I'm actually going to do is plonk the lid right over there, and right over here, just to make sure it's completely and utterly looking more like a swivel bin. And that looks pretty nice, doesn't it, eh? Fairly nice indeed, or very nice indeed. Mind you, I definitely say that the toy designers are going to love this. And yeah, it actually looks quite nice. Can't fault it really, eh? Looks pretty cool. And anyways, without even wasting time on the bin lid, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the fox and all of that one man's trash that becomes one man's treasure. And it's not really that cruddy though, eh? But I'm trying to make it look like if it was quite realistic as a bin. And this bin is playing up with me, eh? I've attached the lid like that. Doesn't have to be accurate though, if I am going to pretty much put rubbish inside here, eh? But nevertheless, that's a very, very interesting sort of bin. I would have never thought making rubbish like that. Oh, there you go, you can actually swivel the lid. That's why it's called a swivel lid. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it, hey? And let me just take a look at the fox. So I got a bit of a frog in my throat here, eh? There's always the usual one for Flap toys. You know, my toy reviews and whatnot. There you go, that's the fox. There's his head. Here's his tail. It looks like it's got blood right on the bottom part of his skin. And there's the other side there. Very beautiful blue eyes. It's very unusual to having eye colorizations like that. But nevertheless, they are quite nice as they are. And I can't digress on how foxes are like. And also it uses the other shade of red. This is more of a scarlet red. Okay, this one here is more of a very sort of typical red colour, as I can think of really, eh? Looks nice, obviously, and also the legs. Looks very similar to the other foxes I did during Christmas time. And it looks pretty nice. And let's see what we've got. We've got like some sort of McDonald's I have no commercial connections to McDonald's. There's a straw here. It's like some sort of drink. Like, you know, it's like a fizzy pop top drink. Like, you know, it's water, but it's, you know, it's completely carbonated, I guess. Straight into the bin. And then you've also got, what's a McDonald's French fry? What is that? Is that something out of McDonald's? It's like one of those French fry cartons or boxes. Obviously it's not the most accurate because it doesn't show us any calories or how much fat, how much sugar, how much salt, how much saturated blah blahs or carbohydrates and whatnot. And it's a tad strange as well. It's missing the yellow stripes as well. Missing indeed. In fact, it actually does look like one of those fry packets that you get from McDonald's. There's a cardboard box which looks nothing like a cardboard box, but just an origami box of nothingness. And you've also got these two poops. I bet YouTube is going to be demonetizing me there if I keep on showing poops on YouTube. There you go, that's human poop, and that is fox poop. You know what it actually reminds me of? It actually reminds me of that one other toy, the trash packs. Remember the trash packs? They were actually quite fun toys, eh? It's like one of those little surprise toys where you have like trash cans and trash wheelie bins, or trash toilets, or trashy surprise eggs, or trash test tubes and beakers and whatnot though. That's how I remember the trash packs, and you get like, you know, little critters called trashies. That's how I remember toys like that. And then there's also, wow, is that a face mask? Oh, crikeys, who puts a face mask on toys like that? That's very weird. Maybe give the fox a face mask and become a masky. Maskies! Maskies! That's just my impression of someone who hates masks. I think they'll be all going like, maskies! Okay, anyways, let me just move on to something else. Let's put the poops on the bins. Don't do this. You need a bag to put poop inside the general waste bin. Maybe something else. I don't know. Anyways, this is a coffee cup. I thought it was a coffee mug at first glance, but it's actually a coffee cup. Okay, you can also wear them as hats. You can actually give the fox. You can actually make the fox wear different things. You can have like a French fry box as a hat, or a coffee cup as a cap or a hat. Very weird indeed. And then you've also got a cruddy looking envelope which looks like that. Obviously with colour mixtures of brown and peach as well. Quite strange in the way it's been designed. And last but by no means least, a COVID swab, a COVID-19 test swab. Because it's origami, don't use it as an actual swab, because this is nothing. This is absolutely different. And not only that, but it doesn't even look like a real swab. Because, you know, it doesn't really act in the same mannerism as a realistic swab that you do with COVID and stuff. Anyways, I could get demonetized again if I pretty much refer as COVID. Refer COVID again. But anyways, I don't know why YouTube tends to get triggered whenever I say the word C's or V's or P's or the words L's, and it gets pretty petrifying. But anyways, let's focus on the bright side here, eh? Yeah. Okay, well, at the lid here, the swivel lid there, of all that junk, and it looks like the fox is going inside the garbage bin, just raiding out all of the rubbish, looking out for trash along the way. Oh, okay, that was the most hilarious aspect I've done so far to a tour review. Like, the most trashiest idea of doing it, sir. And look at that! The fox poop has literally reached on top of the trash bin, which is the general waste bin, obviously. It's got an image of a sack, if you didn't actually realise that one, hey? That's why it's a general waste bin. Okay, so I think that's pretty much about it, eh? Having 13 items on a flip-up toy is very unusual, and I don't often do a lot of non-origami, I should say, well, non-origami toys, but also origami sets which have, like, you know, flightless birds or you know, ponies as well, and also like, you know, toys which are pretty much any folder of origami paper but are not Flapping Bird related though. Like, in a sense, they're not Flapping Birds. And they actually do take quite a while to be produced, and oh, that's strange, that Foxy themed product didn't even make it right. Let's do it again. I hope that camera survived, obviously, because it's got wires at the back there, and I'm just fearful that the webcam wires would easily come off and detach. But anyways, if you really enjoyed this whole video on YouTube, please give this video a like. You know, I don't know what I'm saying here. Subscribe for more flip-flap videos on YouTube, and yes, it is quite unusually strange and peculiar to have, you know, only around 13 flip-flap items inside of a flip-flap product. What was originally done with this product was that it was supposed to be a 12-pack, but nevertheless, strange enough, we have the first time actually clearly says it's a 13-pack, and if I grab this here, okay, it says 13-pack. So don't get perplexed, as I can easily decipher on what the numbers really mean, depending on how many items you get. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Hope you really enjoyed in this very strange video. And as always, bye for now.